Hello and welcome to Supremacy 1914, day 13 in World in Flames. A lot's been going on, so let's get straight into it. First of all, as you can see, I've conquered the rest of Spain. I managed to do that because I noticed that he only had one troop in each province here, so it was fairly easy to take over the rest. And since Portugal attacked the last Scottish province here, they were both pretty weak, and I was able to take over both provinces with just one unit. And this conquest allows me to send all my units that I had up here back down to Morocco to defend my home territory. Also, I'm engaged in a pretty big battle here. Cameroon has sent a large force to attack me in Rashida. However, he did leave this province undefended, so I was able to take it back with one unit. And it's going to be hard for him to take it back again, because this boat is actually barely guarding, the center of the province. So any unit he sends back to recapture it will die. And just as this province was undefended, this province is also undefended. So if I'm lucky enough, I'll be able to get back some sweet wheat because I'm in a big deficit since I lost it. But since I'm also at war with Portugal, and he only has this last province there, by the way, I was able to take this province here for free because it was also undefended, which is good because it's a fish province. Now, hopefully, I can exchange Lisbon for Verona, that I've also captured, with Ukraine. So, first of all, the map can look nicer, so I can get rid of this, but also because this is a grain province, which, again, I need because it's a food resource. Other than that, I'm not sure if I should try and send units in undefended provinces down here, because I do have a big shortage of manpower, and even though I'm just sending one or two units each time, those can stack up. So let me know if I should start sending units to these undefended provinces in far away regions. You know, if it's a province right beside, I'm gonna do it because he's not gonna counterattack and kill my unit. But when I send a unit like this, it's almost certain that he's going to get killed, and it's not always worth the resources that I get from the province itself. So let me know. But the most important thing that I've realized is that I'm actually not in a coalition with Norway. I thought that I was, but actually that's not the case. If you look at the coalitions tab, he's in a separate coalition. I'm in the Ukraine Empire coalition, and he's in the top one coalition, which is with Madras, Bengal, and Burma. And I've realized that that's probably why Cameroon left his own coalition, because he wants to join them. So it's actually a big problem, because this means that Norway is a potential enemy. I have shared map with him, but he's already at war with Greenland, and Greenland is in my coalition. So it's only a matter of time before it spills out, and I'll be also at war with him. So I just hope that that won't happen for now, because I can't defend Spain. I don't have any units there. All my units are focused on defending Morocco. However, with this realization, I've realized that I can try and maybe convince Cameroon to get, no, I'm sorry, Sudan and Abyssinia to try and attack Cameroon, because they aren't in a coalition anymore together, which means they aren't technically allies anymore. And I've gone ahead and actually sent messages to Sudan, and he answered with, "I'll see what I can do. You can read here what I said." Basically, that they need to attack Cameroon, because if they don't do it, Cameroon will attack them in the future. And Cameroon has all his units on my border, so his units are diverted from the Sudan border and the Abyssinia border. So I really hope that they can maybe backstab him, and if that happens, then the war can be won. I can definitely recapture my provinces here if that happens. But if they don't attack Cameroon and Cameroon joins the Scottish coalition, then I don't know what to do, because I won't be able to defend Spain. So I've also gone ahead and continued building artillery. I'm building about two artillery every 2 days, which means that tomorrow I'll have another two. And the artillery really is helpful. They kill so many units, it's incredible. These units get bombarded, and thanks to the artillery largely, I'm taking a lot less losses than Cameroon. If you check here, I'm taking, right, yeah, you can see 76,000 dead versus 120,000 dead. That is a pretty big difference. So I hope I can keep this stat up, that he gets a lot more losses than I am getting. The problem is he can afford to replenish these losses. He has so much more land that he's also recruiting a lot more units. I'm recruiting a lot less units, so every unit matters, which comes back to the point of if I should send units down here or not, because they will get killed and I do need these units for defense. So I'm not too worried about the southern border here. I know he has a lot more units than I have, but he did try and attack my province down here, and all his units died because all I had to do was redirect some forces from here back to here. And since I also had the artillery here that covers both provinces, all his units just get melted if he tries and do anything. Even if he just takes over this or this province, the artillery covers that. And since he doesn't have any artillery in this stack, I have the advantage. And then we come back to the point that I deactivated the recruiting officers before I lost them. And as you can see, it's still deactivated. So he hasn't even reactivated them yet, which is really good. Other than that, Sudan has been completely kicked out of Greece. And as you can see, Norway will most likely take over Sudan. So hopefully Sudan attacks Cameroon before that happens. Though since he's sending units here, I think he already does have share map with Cameroon, which is a very bad sign for me. Other than that, I hope I also don't lose this province here. This boat will take care of these units here, and I hope that he doesn't notice that his units aren't actually disembarking and that they're just standing on the shore. Because if they were actually actively attacking the province, I would lose it. And so my goal for the next few days is just to hold down in the provinces, and every now and then, if he has an undefended province that's close by, I'll send in a unit to recapture it. Because every time I do that, it does give me a huge amount of resources. You can see here maybe, if I check this province here, yeah. By getting this province, I had gained more than 1,000 metal, which in my state is so much. I'm glad to always do these incursions. So my goals are, of course, to keep up that work, and with this, destroy his army. I want to wipe out this army, and once that's done, his lines will be pretty thin, and maybe I can negotiate a peace. The best case scenario, I get to keep my lands, and we just go back to peace. Then I'll build up my forces, build a huge amount of force, to maybe discourage him from attacking me in the future. And once I've built up a few forces, it would be a really good idea to send an expeditionary force to a remote island, maybe down here or in the Falklands, because it has a weak province. Just in case I lose my mainland, I'd still be able to survive on the remote island. So yeah, that's it for day 13. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.